Good morning students. Today we will discuss about the chapter electrostatics. Electrostatic means the branch of physics which deals with the study of charge at rest. Means whenever the charge is at rest, then this branch is known as the electrostatics. Electro means charge, statics means at rest. Charge at rest is known as the electrostatic. Before going into the chapter, we will first discuss about the charge. What is a charge? What is the definition of charge? Charge, it is the physical entity which describes the electric, magnetic, and both electric and magnetic. It is known as the electromagnetic. Electromagnetic means electric plus magnetic properties of the substances. That means the physical charge is a physical entity that describes the electric properties also, the magnetic properties also, and both some charge is also there which describes the both electric and magnetic properties of the substance, that is known as the charge. Then the types of charge. Charges are of two types. One is positive charge, another is negative charge. Then when a substance is charged, and when we will say that a charge, a body or a substance is charged, a body or a substance is said to be charged when it is done so with the transfer of electrons. If it transfers electrons from one point to another, then the body or substance is said to be charged. Means electron. Therefore, initially I told you that the electrostatics means electro plus statics means electron plus at rest. Therefore, the transfer of electrons means that the body or the substance is said to be charged. Then the denotation. Charge is denoted by capital Q. Initially, that is also known as the source charge. Source charge, it is either positive or negative. Positive, when it is positive, then it is symbolized by plus. When it is negative, it is symbolized by minus. Then plus Q means positive charge, minus Q means negative charge. Then its unit. It has no MKS unit because in charge there is no mass, length and time. Therefore, it has only the SI unit, Standard International Unit, which is known as the Coulomb, after the name of the scientist or physicist Coulomb, that is denoted by capital C. And E, small e, is 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 Coulomb, which is the least value. Least value. Remember the word least means minimum value. Below this value, there no charge exists, and this value is known as the one quanta, which exists outside the nucleus. Nucleus outside the exist karuchi, where value is 1.6 10 to the minus 19 Coulomb. The magnitude. एतिकरू आउ कम को चार्ज आसी परिबो नाही. Next, however, the total charge content in any substance or a body can be written as follows: an integral multiple of least value, which is known as the quantization of charge. Quantization. Here, quantization of charge means charge can be quantized. Means total charge of a body can be written as plus or minus Ne. E means the least value. Charge can be positive or negative, and n is the integral multiple. N is the number where n 1 2 3 that will become. This is the another property of charge, which is known as the quantization of charge. Most important property, where E, remember, E is the least value, means its value is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. Below that, the charge cannot exist. Then another property of charge is additive in nature. Means charge can be added. Charge can be added means Q1 like Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Charge is additive in nature. And another property is that like charges repel and unlike charges attract each other. Like charges means positive charge repel each other, whereas the unlike charges means positive negative will attract each other. This is the three properties of the charge. First charge, remember, quantization of charge. Second charge is your additive in nature. Third property is your like charges repel each other, and the unlike charges attract each other. Next, Coulomb's law of electrostatics. Coulomb's law of electrostatics, this is a 3 marks question. First you have to write the statement, then explanation, then derivation, which is known as also the derivations. Then there are some physical quantity. First statement. What is the statement of Coulomb's law? Coulomb's law states that whenever the 2 point charges, this is the 2 point charges, one is q1, another is q2, they are at separated certain distance r. Let it is placed in the medium vacuum placed kara hoichi. If other than vacuum, also the force of interaction means attraction or repulsion between the 2 point charges q1 and q2 exist. Therefore, the statement states that, or the law states that the force of interaction, the magnitude of force of interaction between the 2 point charges is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of point charges, directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of 2 point charges, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance or square of the separation between them. Remember, I am saying the statement, the magnitude of the force of interaction between the 2 point charges is directly proportional to the product of their magnitudes of the point charges and inversely proportional to the square of the separation between them. Here, let 2 point charges, one is q1, another is q2, they are separated certain distance r in any medium or it may be in vacuum. Then the force of attraction or repulsion, that is, therefore this is known as the force of interaction. Interaction means that is attracting or repelling. The let that charge q1 and q2 separated certain distance r and f is the force between them. Then the magnitude of force is directly proportional to the magnitude of the point charges, product of the magnitude of point charges, and force is inversely proportional to the square of the separation between them, which is also known as the inverse square law. Then I will combine the two terms f that proportional to q1 q2 by r square, or when they are proportional, there is a proportionality constant that is known as here beta. F is equal to beta q1 magnitude q2 magnitude by r square, where beta is the constant of proportionality. That is also known as, according to Coulomb, known as Coulomb's constant. That is also known as the Coulomb's constant. And what is the value of beta? Here beta can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is that epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is the electrostatic permittivity of the vacuum. Epsilon naught is the electrostatic permittivity of vacuum, and epsilon is the electrostatic permittivity of medium. Means it is maybe the point charges, 2 point charges placed in vacuum or in any medium. If it is placed in vacuum, then the here electrostatic permittivity I will write epsilon naught. If I will put the 2 point charges q1 and q2 in any medium, then the permittivity can be written as epsilon. That is known as the electrostatic permittivity of medium. What is that? The electrostatic permittivity which the 2 point charges placed means in the medium. Here q1 q2, let it is placed in vacuum. Then the value of beta can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, which value is beta equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Its unit becomes beta. The Coulomb's constant, the unit of Coulomb's constant here is equal to, here Newton, that is meter square, this is Coulomb, Coulomb means Newton meter square per Coulomb square is the unit. What is that permittivity? Explains the permittivity of the medium, explains however the interaction between the, how much strong the interaction between the 2 point charges in the medium in which the 2 point charges are placed. Okay, next the same Coulomb's law, where epsilon naught, value of epsilon naught, remember epsilon naught is the permittivity of vacuum and epsilon is the permittivity of medium. Then the value of epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb square per Newton meter square. That is the SI unit of permittivity. Remember different units of permittivity, different units of Coulomb's constant, also the unit of Coulomb, that is the SI system. In SI system, the value of epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb square or Newton meter square. Then another important term is that the relative permittivity. The relative permittivity means comparison, that is the ratio between the permittivity of the medium and the permittivity of vacuum, that is denoted by epsilon r. R for relative, epsilon r permittivity. Relative permittivity, that is equal to mathematically can be written as epsilon by epsilon naught, where let F naught is equal to force of interaction between the point charges in vacuum. Means whenever the two point charges are separated or are placed in vacuum and separated certain distance, then the force of interaction is F naught. Then mathematically F naught can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 magnitude, Q2 magnitude, here also you can write magnitude according to Coulomb's law. Q1 magnitude, Q2 magnitude by r square, that is equation 1. And let another term F is the force of interaction between the point charges when that is placed in medium. Then the F can be written as, because in case of whenever the two point charges are in medium, then the F can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon. Epsilon means permittivity of the medium into Q1 magnitude, Q2 magnitude, you can also write by r square. This is equation 2. Then what will happen? We have to find out the relative permittivity. I divide just the force of interaction in vacuum divided by force of interaction in medium, means F naught by F. Just divide these two equations. F naught by F, F naught by F. These two common terms, also 4 pi and 4 pi are common. Then the ratio will become the epsilon by epsilon naught, because here epsilon naught. F naught by F, because epsilon by epsilon naught, which is nothing but the relative permittivity. This is the relative permittivity. You can write this formula, important formula. F naught means relative permittivity can be also defined as the ratio of the force of interaction between the point charges when it is placed in vacuum to the force of interaction between the point charges when it is placed in medium. This is the relative permittivity. Next is the vector form of Coulomb's law of electrostatics. Vector form means vectorically, because force is a vector quantity and the displacement of distance is also a vector quantity. Therefore, Coulomb's law can be stated in the vector form. So there are two cases, one case 1 and another case 2. In case 1 means the first case state that whenever Q1 Q2 greater than 0, Q1 Q2 greater than 0 means if both the charges are of similar type, means Q1 positive, Q2 positive, then their product also greater than 0. If Q1 is negative, Q2 is negative, then also their product is greater than 0. Therefore, for similar charges, means both positive or both negative, then this case 1, Q1, Q2 also greater than 0. Then here two diagrams. First is your plus Q1, plus Q2, both have similar charges positive, both have similar charges negative. At the point A, I placed here plus Q1. At the point B, I placed Q2, plus Q2. And they are separated certain distance r, and both the point charges are placed in vacuum. Then F12 means electrostatic force on Q1 due to Q2. Here F12 direction is in this direction, means on the charge Q1 plus Q1, Q2 applies certain force. And F21 means electrostatic force on Q2 due to Q1, that is direction is in this direction. Also here negative minus Q1 and minus Q2, the minus Q2 that is separated certain distance r minus Q2, then they are also separated certain distance r and they are placed in the vacuum medium. Then F12 is the same force on Q1 due to minus Q2 and F12 is on the force minus Q2 And also, as the 2 point charges are placed at a position, therefore r1 vector is the position vector of q1 and the r2 is the position vector of q2. q2, q1 position vector, r1 vector and r2 vector. Then this is case 2. If q1, q2 less than 0, q1, q2 less than 0 means when both are of online charges or dissimilar charges, means q1 is positive, q2 is negative, or q1 is negative, q2 is positive. Here in diagram, this is plus q1 and this is minus q2. This is A, B, and they are placed or placed in vacuum medium. Then also between them is force of attraction placed F12 or F21. Then mathematically I can write as F12 vector equal to as this is placed in vacuum, therefore 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 magnitude, q2 magnitude divided by r square into r12 unit vector. R12 unit vector means from r1 to 2. F21 vector can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 magnitude, q2 magnitude by r square, r21 gap. But r12 vector and r21 vector are opposite in direction, as r12 unit vector is minus of r21 unit vector, therefore f12 vector is equal to minus f21. Means here one thing is found that they are opposite in direction but magnitude are equal, means magnitude of force F12 is equal to magnitude of force F21, but direction is opposite, which is the consequence of Newton's third law. Every action has equal and opposite reaction.